Hi friends, do you run Selenium automation test using Docker container? But do you know you can see the browser which is running inside the Docker container while executing your tests. So today we'll see how to actually see the test running inside the browser with the help of VNC viewer. So let's start. So first thing we need to do is to run this standalone Chrome debug image inside the Docker container. So we'll be mapping two ports 4444 for Selenium server and port 5900 which will be running VNC server and we'll map it with our localhost 5900 port and we will run the container with memory size 256 MB and the name would be Chrome SA. So let's run this command on the command prompt. Once we have run it, we can see in the Docker PS that this particular container is created and we have both of the port 4444 and 5900 mapped with the localhost. Also, just for record, the shared memory size, if you don't provide, will be taken as 64 MB as default value. So now, once your Docker is running, you need to open this localhost 44WD hub URL to make sure your Selenium server is running. And this localhost 5900 is the port for the VNC server. So open your VNC server and put this localhost 5900 in the address bar. So once you hit enter, you will see this warning message about non-encrypted channel. Just click on continue and provide the password secret secret, and once you click OK, it will show you the VNC viewer for the Docker container. So nothing is running here right now. So for that we need to run our test. So you can see in the code I have added two dependencies. One is Selenium Java and another is testng for running our test cases. Also I have set the property of Maven compiler to be 1.8 so that our code compiles and get created in 1.8 version only. So now let's go to WebDriver. WebDriver, we have created a constant Selenium hub and I have put the localhost URL for that. And we have two methods, getDriver and create WebDriver instance. In getDriver, we are checking if the driver is null, which is remote WebDriver. Then we're going to create a WebDriver instance using this method. So let's see what's there in this WebDriver instance. Here in create WebDriver instance, if you see, we are passing Chrome option and Selenium hub URL to remote driver object, and we are also catching malformed URL exception. Also, one thing to notice here, guys, we are not passing Chrome driver exe path because we don't need it in the case of Docker because Docker will automatically handle it in within itself. So if I go to my test cases, I have written a remote driver object, and inside the before method, I am just setting this driver to driver which I created through WebDriver class. And if you go to test, I am nothing doing much here but going to Google and trying to type a random text there. In the after method, if you see, we are just tearing down and stopping the driver, and I put a sleep sum method just to make it wait for a little bit so that you can see what's happening in the Docker. So now as we are all set, let's start our test case and see whether we can see the Chrome browser in action under the VNC viewer. So let me run the test case, and the test case has started. So if you see in the VNC viewer, we should get the Chrome up and running. So let's wait for it a while. So now Google Chrome has opened up and the google.com has started there, and if you can see, it's also typing the text in the search bar.